Eileo guys, and welcome back to the next character analysis video. Here today we have DanKyoungBo, aka DanKyoungBoy, and let's go ahead and get right into it, my boys. So I'll refer to him as DanKyoungBoy, even though that's not his correct name. His correct name is Dan, but anyways, Dan is an offensive tanker. He is the next offensive tanker, even though we just got Irene. As to why they put in another tanker, offensive tanker, who knows, but is he physical based? She's physical based too. There's not much difference. But anyway, let's check out what he has going on here. So for optimal equipment for him, let's check out equipment suggestions. And then his weapon. Let's take a look at his weapon. So his weapon gives physical attack. So he's a physical attack based offensive tanker. He's not magical attack. He's physical attack based. And then his exclusive weapon skill, Undefeated Warrior, gives him physical attack buff, maximum stack of 3 times. So 15% attack buff for his physical attack. Definitely not bad. And his defense goes up by 15% too. It's really about physical attack, attack speed, and critical attack amount. Okay, so already physical attack and crit seem like it might be a good idea for him. And equipment suggestions, the tier 6 gear for the offensive tanks. I mean, that's pretty much the only one that we can go with anyways. Runes are Eagle, which is one of the rampages, and of course the Intense Flame rune, but I'm not sure if that really specifies. Oh, it does. It specifies physical attack and critical, just like I had said before. Wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But that will be the best way to build him. So physical attack and critical. But let's take a look at his skills before we actually like 100% solidify that. So his ultimate skill, Undefeated Warrior, which I'm assuming is linked to his exclusive weapon, has him not only damage the enemy, but if the enemy is marked, which I'm assuming already one of his other moves will mark the enemy first, they get an additional 20% boost to his damage. And then he also stuns them for 2 seconds, and it buffs his attack speed by 4% for 5 seconds. Now do keep in mind, I doubt the stun will change. Maybe the additional damage will change, maybe not, I don't know. The damage should go up, but damage, and I'm assuming the attack speed will go up once we level it up higher. Next up is Deadly Charge, where his physical attack is boosted for 5 seconds, and then his tenacity is boosted for 5 seconds as well, and it just does damage with a 9-second cooldown. So essentially his physical attack will only be decreased for 4 seconds, not counting any tokens or traits that he has, plus his equipment already. And then his other one, which adds the marking and makes the enemy airborne for 0.5 seconds, damages them, and then he adds the marking on them for 5 seconds. So it might be Deadly Charge, Rising Dragon Slash, and then Undefeated Warrior, or it might be Rising Dragon Slash, Deadly Charge, and then Undefeated Warrior, which probably might be a better one, but we'll find out. Next up is his passives. Master of the Arts just boosts his physical attack and then tenacity. Requirements of a leader boosts his all defense and then also boosts his defense skill damage. And then qualification of the corpse boosts his HP and critical resist by a hefty amount, even at level 1, so that's always nice. Let's take a look at his traits though. Not even close. If attacked, he gets a barrier for 15% of his max HP for 5 seconds, and then he also heals himself for 4% of his max HP for 5 seconds. So for if there's 5 ticks in 5 seconds, he in theory at least can heal himself by 20% of his HP. In theory, I could be wrong, but 20% of his HP. 12-second cooldown, that's actually pretty solid, dude. That is pretty solid. The other one is Dan's Fury. Upon attacking an enemy, he acquires 20 points, so 5 hits, and it goes off with a 12-second cooldown. But his physical attack gets boosted by 10%, and then attack speed boosted by 20% for 8 seconds. Well, for 8 seconds, and with a 12-second cooldown, that essentially lasts 4 or 5 seconds. So that's pretty much always going to be up unless you're transitioning to something else. But definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. I wish I could see what. Oh, here it is. Oh, I can't. Cheese and rice. I'm not sure what his awakening skill is. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I could check it in the. What is it? Where's the book at? See if I can check it in the hero book real quick. Oh yeah, you hear that music, boys? Alright, he has lifesteal, exactly like Irene. Exactly like Irene. Wow. And looking at his skills, this is basically Irene, but physical. I mean, Irene does make you airborne and does the silence. And that one doesn't really have the marking on it like his first move does. But I would say it's safe to say that he's pretty much physical version of Irene. I mean, let's go ahead and test him out on the field though. But that was his equipment. So let's go over here. Alright, so we got... Let's see his ult. Let's see his ult. Alright, so he slams down a big giant spear. Next up was the second move. Okay, he charges in. It boosts his physical attack and tenacity. And then the other one, is that a charge in too? Okay, he throws it like... Not throws it, but he does like the beam... Not beam thing. The AoE line. Like Dean. What's his regular attack? Alright, so that second move boosts his physical attack. So what you could do is... You could... Like, slide up in there. Bust this out, and then bust his ult out, in theory. Because that way we get the physical attack boost. We mark the enemy before we do our ult. And then we can... of course, get the damage from the ult with the added marking in there. Or, depending on the situation, of course, you could always dash in there, do it like that. But that looks like that's pretty much Dan, my boys. Make sure you always at least do his third skill before you do his ult, because that marking can be very, very helpful with that additional damage. Again, these are just 2 combos, which I'm sure if you guys play manually, you can come up with some other cool things. But with such a short range, depending on the situation, bust that out, get up in there, and slam it on them. But let's wait for that cooldown to go off real quick, and we'll see how far this can go. I'm not going to attack though, because he's going to die here. Obviously, he's not ready for it. He's just a baby. But let's see what DanKyoungBo can do with his ult in terms of range. So it's an AoE circle only around him. So it does not go that far. It is very, very much pure melee. I thought it might extend out further, but it's only around him. But that's pretty much it, my boys, for the character analysis of Dan. I definitely hope you guys appreciate it. More content on the way, and if you guys haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe for your boy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.